All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders, great millstone, who teach very well on it, this truth from and citation out there to the hopeful elect, who continue to push this word in our truth, faith, and sincerity. And also, Shalom to all the men, women, and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. And today, just basically getting on light and darkness, man. Now, we already know that light represents you being enlightened, basically you being aware of your surroundings, but darkness is you basically not knowing what's going on. Let's start right here in the book of Psalms 18. Just get to the point of verse 28. It says, "For the Lord, so like it, for thou will light my candle, the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh my power will enlighten my darkness." And that's what Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh have done by the way of giving us this truth, man. He has actually enlightened us about the things that's going on, especially in the future. Whether it be about the MOTB, whether it be about the missiles dropping, even your nationality. That's a part of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh enlighten you. That word enlighten, Strong's H5050, Naga, if I'm not mistaken. It says to shine, to enlighten, to illuminate, showing you that we are the righteous side of the Illuminati, man. We are the righteous side of the light bearers, man, because we carry the light of wisdom. And not the wisdom of wickedness, no, but the wisdom of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, the wisdom of life. While this current society that we're living in, they carry the wisdom of death, which is what? Darkness, man. It even tells us that in the book of if I'm not mistaken, I think it's in Wisdom of Solomon, but the wisdom of the wicked is not wisdom, man. You know? Because why? The wisdom of the wicked is nothing but darkness. You know? Whether it be um, a wizard or a witch trusting in their astrology, or whether it be conventionally you knowing how to build up a 87 Chevy or something like that. That knowledge is only temporal and only lasts for a moment and is not everlasting, you know? So that's why it's called darkness. Let's go ahead and get this in the book of Job 10, Job 10 to 21. "Before I go whence, I shall not return even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death," right there. Now, this is talking about a specific place when it says a land of darkness. Now, that land of darkness is talking about America. Let's finish it off. "A land of darkness as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death without any order, and where the light is as darkness." And that's it, man. America totally turned things upside down. Whether you be in a mode that's being celebrated, even guys like Martin Luther King, Christopher Columbus, guys that was once so celebrated, but they was freaks, man. They was sick in the mind. Because again, what Esau have taught these people and gradually pushed upon these people is what that wickedness is okay. That's the reason in the time period that Joe Biden was in office, he made wickedness cool, and even Trump say Trump he is still too generous. But you don't think Trump has something to do behind that? You know, because when every plan that this devil pushed forth, you have to have an adversary, you have to have a guy that's the hero. You know, so Trump was going to be the adversary of the LGBT, and Biden was going to be the adversary of the conservatives, man. Showing you that these devils is playing these people, man. These devils have these people in the dark. Now, again, let's go ahead and get that word dark, because it's going to tell you why it's the land of darkness, man. And the people who have the light, the so-called Illuminati, they playing tricks on you. That's why they like to have it in the dark, because once something in the dark, you can't recognize and identify anything. You're bumping up against everything, you stub your toe. You know, it's obstacles in front of you that you can't avoid. Why? Because you don't have the eyes to see. And that's what Esau want these people to be in, this darker state. Darkness, Strong's H2822. It says darkness, obscurity, darkness. Let's go ahead and get that word obscurity. The word obscurity, let's go ahead and get this definition: the quality of being difficult to understand a thing that is unclear or difficult to understand. And right there, a enigma, a puzzle, a mystery. And that's the point of the video right there, man. Because at the end of the day, Esau wants you to want you to be for the lack of better words, he wants you to be in obscurity, or he wants you to be lost for the lack of better words, or who your power is, or where you really come from, man. Because a part of this guy having us in darkness is us not even knowing who our heritage are, not knowing that we are the children of Yasharala. A part of you being in darkness, you think pork is a delicacy, lobster. That's you being in the darkness, because going to intro with that, they'll look at you crazy, man. Let's go ahead and get this though. Matthew 13, just going to get down to the point. Matthew 13 and verse 9. It says, who have ears to hear, let them hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? And he said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. Yes, because while ultimately the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, he didn't choose them to understand these mysteries. He didn't choose them to get out of darkness, man. He made them stay. That's why we gotta say the water Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai for enlighten our darkness, man. Because we were still in the dark, we'll still be in the world. Then we'll still be in the mindset of NBA young boy trying to make it and basically trying to shuck and jive for Esau and wait for a missile to get you, man. You know? But we're in the mindset of waiting on the Lord. So let's get this in Ephesians 2 and just get to the point. Ephesians 2 and please bear my Akim. Let's do it again. This Ephesians 2 and verse 1. It says, and you have the quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins. And that's a part of us being in dark, man. Not knowing that we're passing against our power by the way of adultery, worshiping these other gods. You have to realize this guy whooped us so bad. He made us worship his power, and then he made us write a project on it every month, once a year, twice a year, to tell you how bad he whooped our ass, man. Showing you how lost we were as a people, man. So I'm gonna read this again. It says, and you have the quickened. That word quicken goes back into being brought back to life, It says, who were dead in trespasses and sins, wherein in times past you walked to the course of this world. Yes, we was walking in the way of Esau. We was walking in the way of, you could say, well, if you was a black power, you was still walking in the way of Esau because you didn't know who you were. You can claim this inheritance of Yasharala, Why? Because you was blinded unto it. Esau had you in the dark about the things that was actually pleasing unto the power, pleasing unto the Lord, That's why it even says that when Yahweh Shah was getting upon that cross, the things that was pleasing unto the power is now hid from your eyes, man. And that's what happened to 2/3 of our people, man. But unto us, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai have given us a way of repentance, among whom we had all our conversations in times past in the lust of the flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, that doest thou wilt, spirit, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others. Yes. Because again, like the rest of these people, they have judgment weighing upon them. We was once like that until we came into this truth right here. But the Most High, who is rich in mercy, for his great love, wherewith he loved us, even when we were dead in sins, hath quickened us together with a Mashiach. By grace ye are saved. So we was dead, but now the Lord, he have brought us together through who? Through Yahweh Shai. Let's get this real quick. This is the book of 2 Peter 2. And I'm going to jump down. I think it's 1 Peter, Salakia. This is the book of 1 Peter 2 And I'm gonna start at verse 9. It says, "But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a particular people, a peculiar people, that ye should shew forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into this marvelous light." So the Lord have called us out of darkness, man. And how have the Lord called us out of darkness? Through this word, through this truth, through the understanding of the scriptures, man. Because without the understanding of the scriptures, we will be fumbling and tripping up over everything. Let's go right here to Psalms 104. Psalms 119 and 104. Because again, that marvelous light came through the way of us getting the understanding of the scriptures, the understanding of the precepts, man. Let's get this in Psalms 119 and 104. Through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore I hate every false way. Right there, through thy precepts we get understanding, man. The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. It says, therefore I hate every false way. So we hate the darkness, man. We hate the way that Esau is trying to lead us. Why? Because we know that path leads to death. He's trying to lead you behind a cold, dark alley so he can basically do away with you. But Yahweh Shema I have shined light upon it. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. And that's that marvelous light that's shining ahead of us so we can see the darkness, man. Again, a part of the darkness that we thought we was African Americans. You go into African Americans, you basically being a double Edomite. Those are Edomite generals, Roman generals, Leo Scopus Africanos, So Esau had actually deceived the people. And we know what it says in 2 Thessalonians, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatever man soweth, that's the same thing that he shall reap. So how Esau have pushed forth the way of wickedness upon us, we're going to force the way of righteousness upon him. And that's the reason why it's a big scopeo upon us. Why? Because we shine in light in the midst of darkness, man. We're shining light in the midst of misinformation and all that. So now we're the biggest enemies of Esau. Why? Because we're spoiling his plans. Let's go right here to the book of St. John 3, and I'm going to start at verse 19. It says, and this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light because their deeds were evil. Yes, they love to be in the dark. They love the way of the world. Why? Because they can continue to do the things of the flesh, man. To do the things that's pleasing to you, to do the things that's just full of lack of better words, wicked, man. Let's get this word condemnation, because once this light come out, once this word come out, it actually condemns the people in the dark. Condemnation, Strong's G 2920. Let's get it. It says creases right here, sentences of condemnation, damnatory judgment, condemnation, and punishment. And that's the reason why a lot of people hate the words of Yahweh Shai. We know that it's a two-layer sword. You got to the point you got to love to get cut, because again, if you don't love to get cut, if you don't love to, have one step forward for the betterment of you so you can be put forth a chaste virgin before Yahweh Shai, ultimately you're going to get punished, man. That's why the scripture says, blessed is the man whose conscience does not condemn him. And the reason why you are condemned, because you know that bad things are coming ahead. Because we shine light upon all your wickedness, the freaky things you do in the background, all the things. And the reason why the people hate us, again, because we shine a light to it. Let's finish it off. Precept. It says, and this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light because their deeds were evil. And again, that condemnation is that punishment. You don't want the punishment of the light to come. You want to stay in the dark about it. Continuing on, for everyone doeth evil hated the light, neither coming into the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. And again, for the lack of better words, that's the Lord putting the scopay on you. Like the Lord do the same thing to us, man. Even King David said, try my hearts, try my reins. And even Job said, if I be wicked, what want to me? And we have to be in that same mindset. Basically, if there's any flaws in us, we have to get rid of it so we can be presentable unto the Lord. But again, you can't tell your flaws. You can't tell what's going on without that light. And it was so long for a point of time that light wasn't manifest upon the planet Earth. We were just full of darkness. You go into the time periods before the civil rights movement, the time periods of slavery. Even though it was little increments of lights, here and there, it wasn't fully out there. You know, now the light is shining throughout the whole planet Earth, man, and these devils cannot do nothing but tell the truth. Continuing on though, but he that doeth light, but he that doeth truth come into the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in the Most High. And that's the reason why we love the light, man, because again, we know that we're doing the things that's pleasing unto Yahweh by Hashem and Habashah, while the rest of the people are doing the things that's pleasing unto the world. Let's get this in the book of Job 30 real quick before we end it off. This is the book of Job 30, and I'm going to start at verse. Let's start at verse 23. It says, "For I know that thou will bring me to death into the house appointed for all living. Howbeit he will not stretch out his hand to the grave, though they cry in his destruction. Did not I weep for him that was in trouble?" So basically, when you die, you go back into the Most High. It says, "Howbeit he did not stretch out his hand to the grave." So the Lord, he didn't stretch out his hand into the people that was dead. No, the Lord stretched out his hand into the living. But we was once all dead until Ezekiel 37 chapter hit upon the scene. It says, "Though they cry in his destruction, did not I weep for him that was in trouble? And was not my soul grieved for the poor?" Yes. And again, that's one of the reasons of us shining the light. Because again, we see the bad things that's happening to the poor. We shine light upon Martin Luther King. You thought he was a hero, but the real hero was Abba Bivens, Malcolm X. You thought he was a hero, but the real hero was Abba Bivens, man. And it's the spirit they just brought out the information of Martin Luther King, and it was something that we've been, But let's continue on to the point. "When I looked for good, then evil came unto me. And when I waited for light, there came darkness." And again, that was at one point in time when Jake was looking for answers, when Jake was lost during the times of before the civil rights movement and the times of slavery, and even now, Jake will look for good. You're looking for your check to come, and then something bad happened. But even then, even good information about World War III, good information about the sea hip coming, good information about martial law. That's the light that we're waiting for. The prophecies, it says, there came darkness. And a part of that darkness is these devils screaming, "Make America great again." Now all of a sudden they building up another building. All of a sudden you got to go back to work again. You're back in slavery. But again, just going back, it's a necessary evil, So when that light do come, it will be as a joy as of a heart. Like he says, "Hope deferred maketh the heart sad, but when the joy that cometh, it is as a joy of life," roughly paraphrasing, man. So again, let's go ahead and end off right here in the book of 2 Corinthians 3. 2 Corinthians 3, and I'm gonna start at verse 11. Verse 12, Salakia. "Seeing then that we have such hope, we use great plainfulness of speech." Yes, we don't do the most. We're not, brothers speak well, but we don't do the most when it comes to preaching the words of Yahweh by Shemal Shah, unlike these false prophets out here, man. Continuing on, "And not as Moses, which put a veil over his face, that the children of Israel cannot steadfastly look to the end of that which is abolished, but their minds were blinded. For until this day remained the same veil untaken away in the reading of the Old Testament, which veil is done away in a Mashiach. But even unto this day, when Moses is read, the veil is upon their heart." So just like how people can bow down to Moses and get the understanding of Moses, and it was blinded from that glorious light, the same thing is happening today. And the reason why you're blinded from the glorious light, because you haven't humbled yourselves or bowed down yourselves unto Yahweh Shai. Continuing on though, it says, "But until the day This day, when Moses is read, the veil is upon their heart. Nevertheless, it shall turn to the Lord. Nevertheless, when it shall turn to the Lord, nevertheless, when it shall turn unto the Lord, the veil shall be taken away. And this is the only way that we will be put out of darkness, man. We have to turn unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Now, the Lord is that spirit, and where the spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. And again, this is the only way we can get out of this gross darkness, is we have to come and cleave unto the Lord. You know, this is how the Lord enlighten our darkness, and this is how we know what's going on, from knowing who we are as a people, from knowing what's going on in the future concerning prophecy, you know, and even the UFOs and all of that. It's all through Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So yeah, Akim, I pray this video was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kodash. I want to give double honor to my apostle, elders, great millstone, and Shalom.